All right, guys, we got a pretty cool product to take a look at here today. TOPDON asked if I wanted to check out their new battery charger, and I said, sure, I'll take a look at it. And when I told them I would look at it, I didn't really realize just how cool this device was until I got it and started playing with it. This is a smart battery charger and tester. It will desulfate batteries, it'll maintain batteries, and it's controllable from the button on the front of the device. But what's really cool about it is it's Bluetooth to your phone or your tablet or whatever you want to use it with. And it's got a bunch of controls to operate this thing. But let's open it up first and check it out, and then we'll get into it. So it comes packed in this nice little box. Get the glare off of it. It comes packed, and it's got some foam in it. Take the foam out. The charger itself. Got a set of alligator clamps and a set of their eyelets in case you want to hardwire this thing into your vehicle. And of course it comes with a nice user manual, which I forgot to put back in the box when I was looking at it before. I'm going to get an extension cord and get this charger plugged in. I'll be right back. Okay, we're all set up. So I got everything all plugged in. I forgot to mention, this battery charger is called the TB6000Pro. And when you go to your Apple device or your Android device, I'm going to use a tablet here, so it's a little bit larger to see on screen. But you go to your Play Store, your Apple Store, whatever it's called, and you look up TB6000Pro, and that gets you the app to run this battery charger. It's Bluetooth from the mobile device to the battery charger, but the only way to make that Bluetooth connection is through the app itself, not just directly through your settings in your mobile device. You got to go through the app to make that Bluetooth connection. I did make this connection once with my cell phone, but today we're going to make the connection with the tablet. Okay, it says clamp not connected. Whoops. Clamp not connected. I'm going to move the tablet out of the way just briefly so I can get the battery connected. And as you can see on this display, may not be able to because of the glare, but it's reading Bluetooth, and it's reading 00 volts. So let's get this connected here. Okay, I've got it connected, and it says it's 12.0 volts, 12.1. This truck does a lot of sitting, and I've had it connected to a different battery charger for a while to maintain it. But every time I disconnect that battery charger, and this truck sits for a couple of weeks, the battery ends up going dead. Okay, so we brought the tablet back in here. Now it says it's connected. And I want to do, you can either do smart charging, quick charging, or test options. Now, like I said, this device does battery testing, battery charging. It's a desulfator. It has power supply mode, and it's a maintainer. And you can control all that either from this button. They call it standalone charging or Bluetooth charging. And if you're just doing standalone without your Bluetooth, you got to hit this button, and it cycles through some menus on the screen. And then when you get to what you want, then you do a double tap, and it makes a selection. So you can operate this without Bluetooth, but obviously it's designed to be used with the app. And I'm trying it for the first time here myself as we're making this video. So I want to do smart charging. So we're going to go into smart charging. And when this does, every time you use smart charging, it does a battery test before it starts charging, then it charges, and then it does a battery test after it's done charging, and it gives you, you can compare the two test results. And then also, if you leave the battery charger connected, the charger constantly maintains battery voltage, and if all of a sudden, if the computer in the vehicle or a light or some sort of a drains the battery down far enough below what they call threshold, in the manual, the charger turns back on and charges it back up again automatically. So for this selected battery type, it's regular flooded, and then battery standard, CCA. There's a bunch of different cold cranking amps. There's a bunch of battery standards that we don't use here in the U.S. So I'm just going to go CCA, cold cranking amps. And this battery is an 800 cold cranking amp. And then you can do 12 volt at 6 amp normal, 12 volt repair. Like I said, this is 12 volt power supply, so you could do 12 volt power supply or 12 volt 3 amp. Now the 12 volt power supply is nice because if you're going to be having your key turned on for any length of time if you're doing a repair or something, you don't want the battery to go dead, you can just put on 12 volt power supply and it just puts out I forget the exact voltage it puts out, but it puts out around 12 or 13 volts, steady output power. And what also is nice, if you've got a battery that is completely dead and the charger can't sense voltage in order for it to verify polarity, some of these chargers, they won't turn on unless it can verify polarity. Well, what you would do is you just put it in power supply mode and hit start, and then the battery charger just puts out that 13 volts or whatever, and you can charge your battery up enough to the point where then you can go into one of these other charging modes and finish charging it that way. So we selected regular flooded, CCA, 800 cranking amps. Now this one down here that says appointment for charging time, and you hit the plus button there if you want to set a charging time. It's not very clear in the manual exactly what that is, if it's the time of the day that you want, because this has a clock built in. If that's time of day that you would like the charger to start, or if that's how long you want the charger to run for, that's not real clear on that. But we're going to go 12 volt repair, and then you could go into manual mode and then expert mode and create your own charging profile if you really wanted to, but that's a little bit deep for what we're doing today. We're just doing a demonstration here. So I'm going to click start charging, and now it says it's doing the battery pre-testing. Lead acid battery, here's the graph of it. Now okay, so it's charging now. Let's go and view the initial report it tested at 12.15 volts, 582 cold cranking amps, 53% battery life, and 5.1, that must be milliohms, in internal resistance. Save that. And we'll go back. On the screen of the charger, it shows, if you can see that in the glare, I'll pull this up a little bit here. Shows that it's 25% state of charge. And above there it says that, below my thumb, it says it's in 12 volt repair mode, Bluetooth connection. You can see the chart there of what it's actually putting out. It says 13.55 W. That's in power. Current is, we go to voltage, change it to volts here. It's putting out anywhere between 12.3 to 12.4 volts, roughly. Anyway, I'm going to let this charge for a while and do its thing, and we'll come back out here and check in on it in about an hour or so, give or take. All right, guys, I'm back out at the truck. As you can see on here, it says it's been charging for 12 hours and 4 minutes. And on the screen of the charger, it's only at 35% charge. So I would imagine that in the desulfate mode, it's a long process. And for the sake of making a video, I'm going to stop that for now, and we're going to look at a few other options. So I'm going to click Stop Charging, Confirm, and then we can go down here to testing options. We're going to look at the testing options. So this can do just a battery test. It'll do a charging test or a cranking test on the vehicle. And so for this example, let's just do a battery test. It says checks the health of the battery, test cold cranking amps. This particular test only supports 12 volt lead acid batteries. The clamps must be connected to the battery to perform the test. Connect the red clamp to the battery's positive pole and the black clip to the battery's negative pole. All right. Of course, I've got the positive connected down here because, of course, this is a GM and it's got side posts, and the side posts are hard to get to. So I'm going to try it. I'm just going to try it. It's connected down there, and it's a short connection of cable to the battery. We'll see if that makes a difference or not. So we're going to answer the questions here. It's a regular flooded battery. We're going to go in CCA, and the battery rating, which is noted right on the top of the battery, but instead of moving all this stuff, I already know that it's an 800 cold cranking amp battery. And now it says it's testing. And of course, right away it says the battery needs to be replaced. Here's all the, so state of health is 59%, state of charge is 100%. The test value came out at 615 cold cranking amps. Battery voltage is 12.72. Of course, you know, it just came off the charger. You saw me turn it off. It might have what they call a surface charge on it. But this is all just for demonstration purposes here. You can click save, and it saves that in the form of a screenshot. And we can do a charging test. Checks the health of the battery's charging system. Test results include load voltage, no load voltage, and ripple voltage. Only supports 12-volt lead acid batteries. Clamps must be connected. Okay. Go next. Turn off all electronics, start the vehicle, and press confirm to continue. Okay. Okay, the truck's running, just got it started. Hit confirm. Go next. Keep all electronics off. Increase engine speed to 2,500. Okay, I'm going to take this tablet into the truck with me. I'm going to bring it up to 2,500. Hit confirm. It's now testing. Hit next. Now it says now the tablet says turn on the electronics, headlights, air conditioning, etc. and press confirm to continue. So we'll turn the headlights on, turn the air conditioner on, hit confirm to continue. All right. All right, so here's the results. It says normal charging voltage. No load voltage is 14.68. Load voltage is 14.68, and the ripple is 28 millivolts. Now, this particular vehicle has an ECM-controlled alternator, so instead of just putting out full power all the time, the computer tells it how much charge to put out via the load terminal on the back of the alternator. You know, so take that in consideration when you're looking at these results. And then we can save that in the form of a screenshot. We'll go back and we can do a cranking test. Okay. Turn off all electronics, start vehicle. I'm going to go back into the truck now and do what it says. Okay, we're going to start the vehicle, hit next, turn off all systems, press confirm, and then start the vehicle. Oh, wow. Confirm, and then start the vehicle. Okay. So this is the results of the cranking test. It says normal cranking voltage. Cranking voltage is 10.65 volts, and cranking time was 2,029 milliseconds. And we can save that. I'm going to go back. It's pretty damn cool. I mean, it's a battery tester, a battery charger, a battery desulfator, a battery maintainer, and a 12-volt power supply. And it's controlled via Bluetooth from your mobile device. The thing's pretty cool. Let's just go into quick charging. So instead of smart charging, where it has an algorithm or a program that it uses to charge, 12-volt 6-amp normal, 12-volt repair, 12-volt power supply, 12-volt 3 amps, 12-volt 6-amp lithium, or 6-amp 3-volt normal. And we can go to manual mode. See here we can add a mode where we could come up with our own charging program. Go here to manual mode, and we could add a mode, and we could, name it, and then give it a maximum. We can set these sliders back and forth to the max voltage we want it to put out, and the max current. So we can create our own charging program, if you will, and then we could also go to expert mode, turn that on, and now look at all the control we have. Maximum voltage, maximum current. Step 2, we can create our own desulfation mode, and you can adjust all these sliders to whatever your own custom program that you would like, instead of using a preset one. Soft start, constant current, bulk charge, optimizing. All of these are controllable. And this is so this whole program here, apparently that's what it would look like. That's what the charge program would look like if you were to draw it out in a graph. And so this thing, we're just going to cancel. We're not going to save that. I didn't really adjust anything anyway. Considering what this thing does, and how many features and functions this has, and with modern technology, being able to control a charger with Bluetooth and have all of that control is pretty cool, pretty damn cool. So if you're looking for a new battery charger, something a little bit different than the ordinary, this might be something to take a look at. Yeah, like I originally said, this thing is way cooler than I thought it was going to be when they originally sent it to me. Once I got it open and started playing with it, I was really impressed with its ability. So anyway, that's all I got for now. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.